go ahead and raise your hand and you'll be called on. Just to kick things off, we've had 2 big knockout victories back to back, generated a lot of heat. Tell me what those victories have done for your confidence going into this rematch.
I just think, the fighter I developed into like the last couple of years or even this last year, the attrition rate just from moving over to, I've almost been to living in Vegas for like 2 years now. So I think maybe finally I'm finally starting to see some results from the move over there to Extreme Couture, and with the type of practice partners I have in there every day. That probably gives me more confidence than my last 2 wins, the guys that I spar with every day.
Great. Jay?
Hey, Tim, welcome back. Just a quick one. First of all, you're looking a little trim. Maybe the camera loses 10 pounds in your case. Have you slimmed down a little for this?
Yeah, I'm coming in a little bit lighter than I normally do. Usually I kind of walk around 270, 274 on fight week and kind of just walk down about 5 pounds. I think I'm coming in about 262 right now. So then, hopefully in the next couple of years, I'm just going to keep trimming down a little bit. Hopefully my end goal is to be under 255 by the end of by next summer.
Good stuff. Now, I want to ask you, first of all, you've been asking for this rematch for a little while. Were you surprised to finally get it, and especially in a card as historic as this?
Yeah, I guess I kind of was. Just to reiterate, this isn't like some kind of vendetta against Cheick. I could handle losing, but not losing like the way I did. I think a lot of fighters would say that. As long as I go out there and put a product that I'm happy with, I can handle a loss. I just wanted, this fight isn't against Cheick Kongo. This fight's against myself more than anything.
Given how that first fight went, it was over pretty quick. Is there anything you take away from it, or do you look at this as a fresh start entirely?
I look at it as a fresh start entirely. There's one way I could look at it. What's the worst going to happen? The worst has already happened. You go out there and lose in under a minute. So, that's every fighter's worst nightmare. So, I think if it's going to be pretty easy bar set to do better than I did last time.
The last one for me, this is the first MMA event in France, obviously a historic night. How cool is it to be part of that?
Yeah, it's super, very cool. And no matter what happens, I know I'll be always attached to some sort of history.
All right, we'll go to Ben.
Hey, Tim. With Kongo fighting for the belt last time around, and obviously there being some unfinished business there, do you believe that a victory over him on Saturday would secure you the next shot of the belt?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I'm not going to really talk on that right now. I've done that in the past where I'm already looking at, where a fight will get me. Right now it's just Cheick, but at the same time, I understand the weight of this fight. It definitely should put me in talks of it. Beating Matt, he was in the semifinals, so technically he was, in the top 4, and Cheick just fought for one, and that was went to no contest. So yeah, I think at least it should put me in conversation.
Just one more from me. If I'm not mistaken, this is your first time headlining a major show, and of course it's a really historic one. How do you feel about having that extra spotlight on you?
I don't even really think about it that much. No matter where you're at on the card, you still have to go and fight. It doesn't matter. If you're the first guy on the undercard or if you're on the main event, it's still it's still a fight. Everything else is just sidebar stuff.
Okay, we'll go to Matt, followed by Giancarlo.
Hiya, Tim. It's Matt from Behind the Gloves here in the UK.
Hey.
I just wanted to ask you, you've had 2 big wins already this year, so you've been really active in comparison with your opponent who's not been as active. Do you think that will play a part in this fight, that you've come off 2 big wins?
I could look at it a couple different ways. I've been going pretty steady since I haven't taken a break since June 30th or June 29th. Just went into a short fight camp, fought Matt, and then came right back to a fight camp again. I might be a little worn out from that. I don't know yet. My body's still reacting pretty well. But from Cheick's point of view, I don't think he's been at this game a long time. It's not going to affect him. Taking a break isn't going to affect him at all. But yeah, I guess maybe I'll be a little more crisp. No ring rust, that's for sure.
Thank you.
Giancarlo?
Hi, Tim. This is an interesting pandemic time for you. You fought at that Mohegan Sun card with no fans, and now you're going to be fighting here in Paris against Kongo with fans. So does that take a toll on you mentally? Like, do you have to prepare differently for that?
No, I do a pretty good job of avoiding kind of blocking out fans anyways, but I will say I was more of a fan with no fans. I kind of like that actually. You know, usually I was just strictly business, go walk to the cage, fight, walk back out. But you know, I don't think it's going to be enough fans that it'll make it too big of a difference. I think what they're only allowing like 5,000 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but you know, not enough to fill, or 1,000. Well, I was way off, 1,000. You know, that's not enough to really take effect of really a big crowd atmosphere, and you'll just probably hear some individual yelling, but that's about it.
And final one for me, like you talked about there about your training camp. These last 2 fights, you've looked really good in there. Just was it any advice or something differently you did in your camp that has led to this?
No, that's just what I was saying earlier. I think it's kind of just the attrition rate of, you know, getting beat up every day at Extreme Couture by just a slew of heavyweights. That's which I wasn't getting, you know, when I was in Fargo, North Dakota, I wasn't getting that. And a lot of people switch camps and they want instant results, which doesn't happen. Everything takes time. And, you know, I've lived there almost 2 years now training there. And I think I'm finally starting to see the results pay off.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Tim.
All right.
Appreciate your time.